Three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
Fantastic. It's all synced up. It's magic. You know, oh, whoa. Never believe it's not so. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Film Me In podcast, where this week we're going to film you in MCU style again, because we're going to milk the hell out of this thing. I'm Xander, your host, and I'm fucked, man.
He's got a frog in his throat, yes.
I got a frog in me throat. I got a little MCU. I got a throg in me throat.
Yeah.
You're channeling your inner Tom Holland.
Oh my god, he does have a frog in his mouth.
He does.
Exactly.
Amazing. With us, as always, is the wonderful poster boy. It's Mr. Joe Cook.
Hello, how are you doing, Xander?
I'm doing wonderful.
That's excellent.
And we have a new voice because Xander lost his voice and had to delay the recording, so no one else could be here. We have a new person. It is Siwan.
Hello.
Sorry, Siwan. I don't know your last name, but also I don't want to dox you in case you don't want me to tell your last name.
I don't mind. I'd like to see you try to say my last name.
It's Siwan.
Hello.
From Greenland.
How are you doing?
From Greenland. Yes, I'm from Greenland.
We don't dox up here.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for being here. It's a big help, and we're excited to talk some more MCU. But first, does someone want to tell me moan? Like, does he have a car?
Oh, I don't understand that reference, but... Oh, wait, no, isn't that, Greece?
Jesus Christ, Joe, yes.
Oh, okay. I got there in the end.
That was the whole point. It's why it's called Tell Me Moan. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Oh!
That's
it's
why
like...
it's
Joe,
called
even
Tell
I
Me
got
More.
that.
Oh, I'm a bit of a silly one, I am.
You're a silly one.
Mr.
Joe.
Grinch. Oh no, because I look like that dude. Should we? Okay, I'm gonna distract, and I'm gonna go first. My moan for the week is that I watched a film that I thought was gonna be good, and then it wasn't. Which is Labyrinth.
Sorry, right, we're back. Joe hates children. What's going on?
Only the screaming ones. No, actually, you can cut that bit. That's terrible. It's awful. No, I just want them
Only
to drop
the
their
ones
ice
in my
cream.
basement, I promise.
Oh no! I just want them to drop their ice creams in public. That's all I want to see.
What about falling over, though?
And falling over.
Don't forget falling over.
Don't forget falling over. They need to learn life's hard lessons, that life isn't fair. And the falling of an ice cream perfectly encapsulates that. Yeah. But no, my moan is that I watched a film I thought that was going to be good, and it didn't turn out to be that good, which is Labyrinth, and we watched it on 1.25 speed. Was that bad?
I do have to
yes,
agree,
it
it was
poor
a bit
film.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I seem shocked. Never seen it. So...
Oh.
Don't.
But I've heard that
Wait.
it's wonderful.
You think David
Yeah,
Bowie was a
exactly.
good singer? Think again, because...
Wait, no. His singing was fine.
No, because there was one song where he wasn't. You know the one
But
where
that's
he was
nothing to
walking
do
really
with him
fast?
singing. That's nothing to do with him singing. That was the song itself.
I've stolen your baby brother.
Is that a
He's gonna be
song?
the next Goblin King.
Oh, you know the songs? Wait, is that a song from it? I wasn't really paying attention.
I mean, that was kind of the plot of it.
That's me doing an impression of my friend doing an impression of David Bowie in Labyrinth.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my
Really
moan.
niche reference that only I understand. Just for me, that one in the edit.
Yeah.
That's a hot take moan. I like a good hot take moan.
Thank you. Only hot takes on the Film In podcast.
Only hot takes. Siwan, anything to
What?
moan about?
All these damned reboots.
Praise
Can I say that? You don't need Harry
Absolutely.
Potter. You don't need Twilight. Just leave them alone.
Yeah, man, for sure. This Twilight one seems... I mean, the Harry Potter one seemed pretty egregious, but Twilight, no one is asking... Like, people
No.
might be asking for the Harry Potter ones. No one is asking for this Twilight thing.
Literally. It's the same with Disney and all the live actions. Like, leave Moana alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, all the reboots and all that jazz is my moan for the week.
Just get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you bums.
Can I just say,
Just
Xander, I
leave
really like
him
the word
alone.
egregious.
What does it mean?
Yeah, it's a good word.
I don't know, it was in the League of Gentlemen.
Egregious, it's like, well, from my interpretation of it, before I Google it, it's like, disgustingly unnecessary. Outstandingly bad / shocking.
That's pretty close.
Pretty close.
So, Labyrinth is egregious.
Great. My moan.
Ooh.
I have a moan, and it's
I'd hope so.
illness. I hate being ill.
That's fair.
And this sucks because I can't talk, and talking is like all I do, all of the time. So not being able to talk sucks. Big booty cheeks. And yeah, I will moan as well. A good moan. What often helps me feel better is a hot cup of squash
Oh.
and binge watching old Doctor Who episodes.
I thought you were going to say bin
Ooh.
juice.
We have enough of that.
Oh.
No, so
Sadly.
I fell ill on Monday, and I was sent home from work. I got in bed, and I had 4 mugs of squash in the because I don't drink tea or coffee or anything. It's just like something hot, to soothe the throat.
Mm.
And I watched the entirety of the first season of New Who.
Oh, the Ecclesbay.
Ecclesbay.
Oh, wow.
It
That
was
sounds like the best
wonderful.
time ever.
It was truly wonderful. Also, Doctor Who themed week, I put a tier list on Twitter. My Twitter handle is
Yeah,
at
it wasn't a
Xander
very good
LW
tier list, so,
me in. And it was a top tier list.
It was okay.
No,
I
it
think
was the
mine-
best tier
mine
list.
was
It's the
better,
only
no.
correct tier list.
No.
But it made us think maybe we'll do a Doctor Who episode one day,
I think we
and
should.
not just
'cause-
and not just on the Paul McGann one.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't seen that. But no, I'd love to do an episode on that
It's
because
crazy.
I can do a Doctor Who poster.
Wait, Joe, do you like Doctor Who?
Yeah? Do you not know that?
Really? You haven't
Yeah.
mentioned.
just a tad.
Rebel Whovian over there.
It's like I went on this show for
Well-
someone's final project, and the first question they asked was, "I heard you're a bit of a Doctor Who fan." I'm like, "What gave that away?"
It's the Matt Smith haircut for me.
No, not anymore. I've got the killer from Scream 1. I've got his hair.
Oh,
his name.
Skeet Ulrich.
You
Yeah,
think
what's the
you're
character?
Billy?
Billy.
Billy Loomis.
Yeah, I'm Billy Loomis.
Oh, no.
We all go a little crazy sometimes. Right.
Left.
Shall we head into the tournament?
Yes.
Sure.
So, if you haven't been listening to the tournament so far, go back and listen. There's some really good episodes there. Apart from the last one where Alex came in and ruined it. So, in the
we had some good
in the
takes.
last round, we did the first half of the round of 32, and this week we're going to do the second half. So far in the round of 32, the fallen soldiers are Black Widow, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Avengers Age of Ultron, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, The Avengers,
How fucking dare you?
What If Thor went through. That's the entirety of this. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Thor Ragnarok. It just goes to show that sometimes it just does depend what you go up against.
It depends who you go up
But
against.
Avengers, though.
Listen, don't come at me for that. That wasn't me,
Oh, no, I've been told.
Alex.
Yeah,
Still
this is
no.
totally me and Alex.
You
Just how
disgusting
dare
man.
you?
We want to give Thor a chance, He goes drinking with
But
Eric
it's the
Selvig.
Avengers.
I know, but what other film has Eric Selvig drinking? Apart from Dark World, but...
The Dark World, he's very
Oh, there you
drunk.
go!
I know, but that's out already, and that was him... a bit doolally.
Just probably go watch any film with Stellan in it, he's probably drinking.
Stellan! Right.
Don't take it out on the Avengers.
Stellan! So, we're going to go through the 8 matchups this week to see what makes up the second half of the round of 16. 16? Are you guys ready?
16th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So, the first matchup, it's an easy one, but it's a rough one. We've got the number 11 seed, Guardians of the Galaxy, versus the number 22 seed, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
It's very satisfying that Guardians of the Galaxy is 1-1 and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is 2-2.
It is, isn't it?
Aww.
It's wonderful how that works out.
Yeah. Who wants to start with well, I guess we should start with Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I think that's a good place to start, maybe.
It is, I believe, the most complete Marvel movie.
Oh.
Elaborate.
I think it has the most for people to enjoy. I think
Yes.
somehow, by this point, it was the most outward one, but yet it's the most accessible one.
Yeah.
And I think James Gunn is one of the best directors working today. He's not had a bad movie yet. This is released before Guardians 3 has come out.
Oh, please be good. Please be good.
No, please, no.
I have faith. I have faith.
I have faith. I have faith. Because when has he proved us wrong, you know?
Yeah.
I think the first one has winning performances, a winning charm, a winning story, a winning cast. The villain, sure, weak. Who really cares? Because you're spending most of your time with the heroes, and that's all that really matters in this.
I think
you've got so many things to
him. I think someone should have spoken to him of Dragonfire.
I think the there's so many things in this that work. I mean, it made a talking raccoon and a tree household names in the world. Like, everyone knows who Rocket Raccoon and Groot are. And that's just outrageous.
He better be okay.
He will, I swear.
Please be okay.
He's on the chopping block, he is.
No, it would be too obvious.
Well, they kill
That's
someone
my
else with
complaint.
him.
Fine. Just not the raccoon.
Just kill them all, then they all go to heaven, and then they all fight. They're all still together, you know?
Does anyone have anything bad to say about Guardians 1?
God, no.
Of
course not.
I think the only thing I would say is the villain's kind of weak, but apart from that... I mean, it is very high on my ranking of MCU films. And also, it gave us Dave Bautista doing an emotional performance, which he's amazing at. He's the best wrestler turned actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, John Cena's starting to rival him, but Batista is, like, top dog right now.
Absolutely.
Have we seen John Cena in, like, a serious role?
Well, I guess Peacemaker's the furthest he's gone, but he's
Still need to finish that.
he's still very good.
Oh, yeah.
Guardians 2.
Meh.
It's the lesser one. It's the worst sequel, but
Really?
I think it has so much going for it. The biggest problem I have with it is that I don't think it's very funny.
It's not as good as the first one. Like, funny. Well, it's not as good as the first one in any way, but funny-wise, no.
I think I have problems with the first... I think the first and second act. Because it takes a while to get going. There's like, oh, I'm going to put a turd in your pillow and it takes a while to get there, but that third act packs a punch. I think the best elements of that film are in the third act.
I think that, yeah, I guess that would work. That would make sense with what I'm about to say. The emotions in this movie, the dramatic beats hit so hard in this movie, whereas I think most of the jokes are quite unfunny and out of place. But the emotional moments are so resonant with everyone that it hits some highs that the first one doesn't. But it also hits a lot of lows that the first one would never touch. It's a classic case of sequelitis. You know, you've got to make it bigger, you've got to add more characters, and it just it does kind of crumble. But that's okay, because I still think it's good. And like Joe said, I think the third act is pretty excellent.
I always remember
there's some treading water.
The first time I watched it, my brother summed this up perfectly. He was like, "Yeah, the best way to reintroduce these characters is for them to all be standing around in a circle." which is how we come to meet them again. It's a bit of an odd choice, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I think we've kind of said all we can on Guardians 2. It's solid, but it's nowhere near the original. I'm happy to vote now. I'm giving my vote to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Me too.
Me free.
Oh my god.
There we go.
So it's going to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 goes through to the round of 16. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I don't know, it kills its dad.
Nice.
Yes.
Develops an ego and gets kicked out.
Hey!
Hey!
There we go. We love it. The next matchup. This one I think is a little more difficult.
Yes.
It's the number 27 seed, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, versus the number 6 seed, Captain America Civil War. Who wants to start? And with what?
Both are really good.
They are both very good.
Leave it at that.
Fantastic.
We'll put them both through.
I remember seeing Shang-Chi for the first time and thinking, man, maybe Marvel movies are good again.
What was before? Black Widow.
Black Widow. We had like a whole year for COVID. And then we came back, we had Black Widow, and this was coming. I was like, I don't care. And I saw it. I was like, it's kind of good.
It surprised everyone, Shang-Chi, I think.
Yeah. It's a shame it's so low down. It would have made a lot more money if it, wasn't because of COVID.
Yeah.
But it did all right, but it's, 27 out of 41. It's
my one big memory.
Higher,
my one big memory of this film is that there's in one of the scenes. There's a background like statue of this monkey. I just turned to Hamish and whispered, "Monkey," and he was like, "Oh my god, it's a monkey!"
Hamish does get very excited by monkeys.
As do I. Monkeys are one of the best animals ever.
My takeaway from this is I was running away from some dude afterwards.
Oh, the t-shirt.
I went to get my jab the day before, and the guy was there like, oh, because I was wearing a Marvel t-shirt. He was there like, oh, do you like Marvel? And I was like, how'd you guess? And then, he turned around saying, oh, you're going to see Shang-Chi? I'm like, yeah, I'm going tomorrow. And he said, oh, me too. So we ended up being the same damn viewing, and I saw him, and I just kind of stayed where I was.
That's the worst.
But then I ran into him in KFC later. So I couldn't. I saw him either way.
He's your density. I think both of these are really good movies with problems.
Yes.
I think Shang-Chi's problem is a long and slightly meandering second act and a very annoying side character. And I think Civil War's
Don't say Trevor.
Oh no, Aquafina, in it?
Don't make me say it.
Not Trevor.
Yes, Trevor.
Oh.
And Civil War has a silly plot that revolves around a bafflingly misused character.
Wait, who?
Baron Zemo.
I know, but he's in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Listen,
Yeah,
there are
that's a
other
different
ways to
thing,
introduce
Joe.
this guy, but the way he gets everyone to scrap is so outrageous. It's so
It's funny.
silly. And it makes
It's
no
impressive.
sense. Not having it. Not having it
I mean,
at all.
I really like Civil War. I didn't really think about that whole thing before. Now you've ruined it for me. I can't watch it again.
the build up is what I have an issue with, but it's the scene at the end when he's just standing there in front of them all, and he says, like, he's just talking to them like men, like guys, like a couple of guys, and he's talking to Steve Rogers. He says, like, you've got some green in the blue of your eyes, like, you're not perfect. Like, there's little moments. Daniel Bruhl is excellent because it's Daniel Bruhl.
Yeah,
of course he is. And there are so many great moments, so many great fight sequences. The introduction of Spider-Man. But there are some issues that they're too big to oversee, and that kind of ruins it on rewatches for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think of it highly. The thing that I noticed in cinemas was Robert Downey Jr.'s floating head in the Iron Man armor, but that's sort of become a recurring thing now. So
yeah, that's everyone else.
Yeah, it's the
floating
that was
head
the start,
syndrome,
wasn't it? That was the start of it, wasn't it? We all started to notice it there.
Yeah. I mean, Civil War was the first one that like fully got me into the state of obsession that I am now. So I don't know. It's kind of like it's a special place,
I get that.
When was Civil
understand
War?
that.
Civil War was after Guardians, wasn't it? Was it Guardians, Ant-Man, Civil War?
It was
the
Guardians 1,
Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Civil War.
Okay, that's cool because Guardians was my first Marvel film in cinemas, and then the one after that was Civil War.
Did you just skip 2 films?
Yeah, I didn't need them.
You guys are gonna make me feel
You
old.
skipped the Avengers? Oh no, the first one I saw was like probably the first Avengers one, but Civil War's when I got obsessed.
The first one I saw and got obsessed with was Thor.
Was that in cinemas though, or was that on like TV?
It was in cinemas.
Oh. You went to see them then?
I went to see
You're
them all
ancient,
back
Sander.
then. I know, and the last one I didn't see in cinemas was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
Wait, you didn't see that in cinema?
Didn't see the first one in cinemas, no.
My family were just like,
the last one I didn't see in cinema.
My family was just like, oh yeah,
Sorry.
should we? And that's all right. We'll go and watch this film. I'm like, okay. And then I think that kickstarted it. Thank you, free tickets from insurance. That you fueled my Marvel interest. Is that the? Don't know how you word it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you smashed it.
I like Shang-Chi. I love the action scenes. I love the music. I like a lot of music. But
do you?
I kind of wished for more martial arts, particularly in the third act, because I think it's a shame it breaks away from that for big flying CG dragons. I think
the flying CG dragons are so cool.
They are cool, but I think a bit more martial arts. I say that there's martial arts in that scene. Oh, I don't know. I'm talking smack. Yeah. Oh, this is a tricky one.
Hard.
This is tricky.
This is hard, and this whole side of the bracket is full of hard ones. Wink, wink, legend. Giggity. I think the action sequences in Shang-Chi are perhaps some of the best. But
yes.
I think the second act sort of meanders, as Joe mentioned a while ago about quite a few Phase 4 ones doing so. Then the third act kicks in and it replaces a lot of the action we were liking with a lot of CG.
I think Civil War's the more consistent throughout. Like it doesn't. I don't think it has any dips. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Civil War.
Siwan, are you going to make this interesting or very easy?
Oh, I don't know, depending on what you're... I might have to agree with Joe and go with Civil War.
Welcome to the
That's
sisterhood.
where I was going as well. That's where I was
Oh,
going as
another
well.
one!
Another unanimous
Another
decision.
one?
Damn, we're good today.
Shang-Chi becomes that of a legend and
Ooh.
gets thwarted by Captain America Civil War. And we have a Goliath matchup in the round of 16 waiting for us.
Fuck. That's gonna be shit.
The next matchup, we'll move on. This one is going to hurt.
This one's easy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not really. Sorry, Xander.
This one's easy, sorry, Xander.
Is it Spider-Man Homecoming?
This is the 19 seed. Captain America the Winter Soldier versus 14 Spider-Man Homecoming. I will fight you. Homecoming is like my baby.
Firstly, who seeded these? Because why is Winter Soldier 19th?
I seeded these, and it was very interesting. Let me show you my workings.
Oh.
But why is it so low?
Because I mixed together the Rotten Tomatoes critic score, average score, audience score, and average rating, mixed with the IMDb score and the Metacritic score, and the box office worldwide, all into one big number.
Fuck me.
Yeah. And
Kudos,
it made
actually, that is
this
that
big
is fair.
spreadsheet. It took me like 2 hours.
Shout out to Excel.
Oh. Shout out to Excel.
Oh, no, this isn't
doing
even
its
Excel.
job.
This is Google Spread. This sounds like butter.
Shout out to Google Spread.
Google Sheets.
Oh, Google Sheets. Sorry.
Google Sheets.
Google Spread.
Xander, you can... Google Spread. Xander, you can try, but I don't think you're going to change.
Yeah, we'll
I
let
don't think
Xander
I
go
will.
first,
I'm just going to take this opportunity
No.
to gush. Spider-Man
go on.
Homecoming.
Yeah, go for it.
People talk about Thor Ragnarok being the funniest Marvel movie. It's not. It's Spider-Man Homecoming.
Is it?
This thing is a comedy. It's so funny. Tom Holland and Jacob Batalon rule this movie. Tom Holland becomes Spider-Man in this one. I love him. I love him very much. I think the design of the suit's really cool. And I think a lot of people had a problem with it being too high-tech. But I think that's kind of the point of the movie that he's in over his head. Michael Keaton's The Vulture is one of the best villains the MCU has ever had. And...
Depending on what they do with him now.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
I think it has something to do with
really
Spider-Man.
This movie just feels like a warm hug. You know? There's so many of the other Marvel films that feel like a chore to watch. This one's a joy. I don't know, man. I'll always have a soft spot for it. Because it just made me feel like a kid again, going to a cinema to watch a Spider-Man movie again. I was like, it just made me feel all warm and gooey, man. Spider-Man Homecoming is one of my favourites, for sure. But The Winter Soldier's good, I guess.
Aw.
You guess.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier. Like I remember.
Go on, you guys talk for a bit.
CX. Before before Captain America: Civil War came up, I'd not seen either of the Captain America films, so I went to CEX and bought both the first and second one, and I binged both of them, one after the other, and I'm like, Winter Soldier feels so different. It was so good, and it still is so good.
It's easily one of the best MCU films.
Mm-hmm.
Easy top 3.
Easy top 3. Easy
Absolutely.
top 3.
Easy top 3.
Yeah.
It's just... I don't know how to explain it. It's just so good.
It's would you say it's a political thriller, a spy thriller?
Yeah, it's an espionage movie, isn't it?
Yeah, I dig that. I like that. The genre hybridization of superheroes.
Oh no.
We love hybridization.
It's on the brain. We love it. No, it's great. It's got great action scenes and all that.
I rewatched this one for the pod, and it's excellent. It is truly excellent. It doesn't have a pause moment,
But
like
No.
once it gets going, it really goes. Bucky's an excellent villain. If you don't know who he is, if you don't read the comics, like I didn't when I first saw this, I was like, that's him from the foot. What? Like, I had no idea. And what else? What else is great? This is Scarlett Johansson's strongest performance as Black Widow for sure. Anthony Mackie's a lot of fun in this, and Chris Evans just brings it as always. He just brings.
I'm excited for his best performance though in this new film with Ana de Armas. I think that's gonna be amazing.
From that clip we saw.
Oh, is it the clip with the stairs?
Yeah.
Yes, the clip with the stairs.
They're not on set together. There's no way.
No way.
Yeah, listen, I get what you guys are gonna go with, and I'll back it. But I've also got to back my boy.
Yes.
So I'll be okay with it, but I am gonna give my vote to Spider-Man: Homecoming. And salute our fallen boy.
Goodbye, Spidey. Yeah, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. Sorry, Xander.
He was taken from me too soon!
He would have gone out in the next round anyway, so.
Yeah, probably. Captain America: The Winter Soldier bodies Spider-Man: Homecoming. And I don't think you're allowed to do that to a child, so I guess it's going to go to prison in the next round. Spider-Man: Homecoming has been sent home early with the flu by the school nurse.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I don't get it.
The next matchup.
Joe.
I think this one will last less than 30 seconds, just like Joe.
Pretty much.
Hey! It's the number 30 seed, Captain Marvel, versus the number 3 seed, Avengers: Infinity War.
Right.
David meets Goliath.
This is hard one. This is a hard one.
Yeah, this is...
Said no one.
This is really, really hard, isn't it? I have no idea what we're going to do.
I think it should be said that...
That wasn't very good for audio listeners.
No. I think it should be said that I still think Captain Marvel is a great film. And I think...
Oh, yeah.
I think people are too harsh on it.
I got a new appreciation for it when I rewatched it a few weeks ago.
It's fun.
I think it is solid. It's got some really great moments, like the moment in the back garden when she finds out that she's been lied to this whole time. Wonderful.
That's a good scene.
Really good performances from Ben Mendelsohn and Lashana Lynch in that scene as well, and throughout the film for both of them. I think the CG looks pretty excellent throughout as well, which is not something you'd think you'd have to say, but for so many of these it looks terrible.
True.
But Infinity War's just different gravy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Infinity War.
It's the best one.
Yes.
Like, it's gonna take some beating.
Oh, I've just seen what it's going up against.
There's a better Marvel film.
Stop spoiling yourself.
It's just there. I can't help it.
I guess we could talk more about Infinity War in the next episode, when we see whatever that goes up against.
I wonder.
But Captain Marvel, does anyone want to say any final words to it before we get rid of it?
Are we giving it like a little eulogy?
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn, I love you. You were great.
And he's back. He's back in Secret Invasion, so...
I cannot fucking wait.
Let's go.
But yeah, no, Captain Marvel, it is a great film. People diss on it too much because, dare I say, a woman is leading it.
Wait, what?
I think she should
woman?
smile more.
I know.
She should smile more.
Disgusting.
I'm kidding, by the way, for anyone not in the know.
Are you Joe?
I am kidding.
It's a shame. It's a shame it's come against Infinity War, but yeah.
It is, because I think if it went against something else that might come later on...
Like Homecoming. Yeah, it would have gone through.
It might have gone further. I'm going to smack your face off your face.
I'm going to punch your face in the face.
No! But for now, we're going to have to say goodbye to Captain Marvel. Thankfully, she's in another one of the films that is already in the round of 16. But for now...
Au revoir.
Faster, baby.
Higher, further, faster, baby. I like that.
That's cool.
Infinity War goes through to the round of 16. And tell you what, we are hitting through these guys, rifling through.
We're doing
Let's
well.
hit the next one.
Well.
We've got a TV double. It's the 23 seed Moon Knight versus the number 10 seed One Division. One
Division.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one.
Yes.
Both of them kind of... one of them is more of a mystery box show than the other, but the other is kind of also... It tries to be a bit of a mystery box show.
One of them's got
Where you're, like,
Lyle
trying to
Lyle the
unravel
crocodile,
everything
though.
before the end.
Shawn Mendes.
La 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 la.
I think that WandaVision is really good up until like the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. I think a lot of that show.
You never found out who that aerospace engineer was.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was
Still,
a lot of
and
hype for
Mephisto,
nothing.
and Mephisto.
I think the internet ruined WandaVision.
Yeah,
I think as you remember, you mentioned a while ago, like with The Boys, how a lot of the viewing of that is the shock. I feel like WandaVision tried to do that, but I haven't gone back and rewatched it, I will admit, so I don't know how well it stands up. But at the time, I enjoyed watching it, and I do agree that the finale kind of, I don't know, it was a short finale as well, so
Yeah, it's I think it was the best decision from Marvel to put WandaVision first in the television shows, because this is the ultimate ode to television.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because it's all about going through the history of sitcoms. I'm on an island here, but I think some of the best episodes of WandaVision are the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just silly sitcom episodes. There's not much story, but you know there's something weird going on because you know these characters, and there's hints towards something slightly darker going on. And I just think this is the thing with mystery box shows, you kind of have to explain everything that's weird that's happened at some point, and it's always in the explaining that these things go wrong.
I think as it becomes more connected to the MCU, it kind of loses itself. Because as you say, those early episodes where it's just like a mystery, black and white. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I sat down with my family and watched that, and they enjoyed it. And yeah. But I don't know. As soon as you bring in all the other characters from the outside, and it kind of loses
Ralph Boner was
itself.
a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know.
Moon Knight, though.
I think.
I fucking love Moon Knight.
I think it's fine.
Oh.
I think Oscar Isaac's really good. And this is one thing in the MCU, nearly universally, the actors are doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a few examples where I'm like, you're shit. But most of the time, they're all really good. I'm not going to fucking name and shame.
I want to
They
know.
might want to come on the podcast one day.
I think you should.
Do it now. You can bleep it.
Name and shame.
I think it's Catherine Newton in Quantumania, and it's Brie Larson. Don't shoot me. I don't hate women, I promise.
It's because you don't like smiling women. You know,
The
you don't
first
like
one
women who
I
don't smile.
agree.
Yeah,
The first one I agree. The second one I need elaboration on.
Yeah, I agree with the first one.
I think she doesn't know. She's trying to be too stoic when the character's a little bit cocky. She doesn't quite convey the cockiness. I don't think she should smile more. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that she's like, I don't think she can. She's probably gonna be better at it in the next film. She already looks like she's having a bit more fun with the character doing. She doesn't look as rigid in the role, but I think she kind of needs to know what sort of movie she's in, because she's a very good actress. But she's in a Marvel film where you've got to kind of have a bit of fun with it, So I think she's going to get better at it as she goes on. but I think in Captain Marvel and Endgame, she's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Before Xander gets slapped.
Yeah, but Moon Knight, I thought it was gone, Xander.
Moon Knight wasted Ethan Hawke, and I don't think I can forgive him for that. Ethan Hawke was like a nothing villain in this. Like
I see where you're coming from.
I don't really care about his motivations. He doesn't really come across as much. I think the best stuff they give him is when he's like a pretend doctor in the 5th episode, and I wished more of the show was like that one episode.
But that was really cool. I like the sort of abstract stuff in the MCU, like
with
the giant
Moto.
hippo and stuff like that.
Moto
likes you.
No, I really like that.
I controversial, right? I think the finale, when he's like about to get killed and then he just blacks out and everyone's dead, I think that's kind of fun. And I also think that's controversial. I think that's universally the thing that pissed everyone off about the show.
Oh, the fact that they hid Jake Lockley.
Yeah, like, so, do you remember in the finale when he's like, he has that blackout moment and he's like, well, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
I didn't mind that. I thought that was quite fun. I think, I agree that it gets wrapped up too quickly, but I don't
all the
think,
shows kind of do that.
I don't think that's the issue. I don't think that moment's the issue. I think it's that he just wakes up the next day and he's like, oh, well, back to normal, and we don't see, like, I've forgotten his girlfriend's name, but we don't see her again.
Scarlet Scarab.
I wanted to see them together again, like in the final bit, but whatever.
Is there any word on like season 2?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm sure Oscar Isaac was in Egypt filming it at some point. I think they've discussed it. But Marvel,
hopefully.
Marvel have put a hold on so many things at the moment because you know they've got too much shit going on. But I'd like to see these characters again, and because in season 2 now you don't have to do the origin.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get some of those crazy violent action sequences they were talking about when on the build up, and we got none of that.
I mean, yeah, now that they've actually introduced Jake as a separate thing, then they should be able to show it. Because the thing is, with what you saying, like how the finale was with the fight being cut, if you'd actually watched the show, the bits where he blanks out at the beginning, which are a bit more bloodier, is clearly not Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you if you watched it properly, you'd have known Mark doesn't do the bloody bits. That's Jake.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that much of a shock. So yeah, if they do season 2, just give us all the gore with Jake.
For sure.
One thing I wasn't keen on was in the first episode where there's the chase with the giant cupcake. The CGI in that scene was god awful.
How do you imagine a chase scene with a cupcake?
There is no need for Wham there.
I didn't mind Wham being there. I thought that was fun.
I think it's unnecessary, but whatever. I also think, why the hell do they not have a real suit for him to wear? Why is it CG all the time?
Yeah.
Why did they not just make a suit out of toilet paper? What's going on?
Did they not have an actual
Surely
suit?
That's the easiest thing. No, it's all CG all the time.
You can
Really?
kind of tell. That's just MCU as a whole at the minute, though.
Yeah, he's wearing the Mr. Knight one, the suit. He's wearing that. But the actual armor one, Moon Knight, that's fake.
I thought they would have had a physical.
I think he has like something on. He has something on because I've seen behind the scenes, but it's not like fully.
Because Marvel don't decide on their designs until like a week before the trailer comes out. It's really silly.
That's so stupid.
Anyway, we need to wrap this bit up.
Yeah.
Where are you guys thinking? Moon Knight or WandaVision?
I'm gonna go Moon Knight.
Ooh.
I love Moon Knight. It's my favourite show.
Joe looks stressed, so I'm gonna go.
I am. You go next.
I think the most consistent one, and the one I've rewatched more, is WandaVision. I really like Paul Bettany. that kind of helps.
Oh, yeah.
And Elizabeth
You
Olsen.
better come back.
Elizabeth Olsen is the most adorable person on the planet. Please respond to my emails, Elizabeth, please.
No, she's currently
so I'm
talking
going
to me.
WandaVision. Joe, you are the
wish.
deciding vote.
You've made this really tricky for me.
Moon Knight,
Come on,
WandaVision.
Joseph.
I don't even like WandaVision.
Ah, right.
Joe,
Okay.
Joe.
I need to think about this. I like both, which makes this tricky.
I'm downstairs, remember, Joe.
Don't hurt me.
If you pick the wrong one.
Good Lord.
Okay. I think I was let down more by WandaVision.
That's how you're rating this?
No. I don't mean
With
that.
the shows, that makes sense.
I'm gonna have to give it to Moon Knight.
Yes!
And
Understandable.
now she won't hurt me either.
Did he for his own safety? Pussy.
I'm saving my skin. Here.
The number 23 seed, Moon Knight, topples the top 10 seed, WandaVision. And WandaVision has been cancelled.
Whoa.
The next matchup, that one took longer than expected. It is the 26th
We went too fast
seed.
with the other ones.
We did go too fast. It's the 26th seed, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, another TV show, versus the number 7 seed, Spider-Man Far From Home.
This is easy.
Dun dun dun.
I also think this is kind of easy.
Same, but are we all on the same page?
I think Spider-Man Far From Home was really good on release.
Yeah,
And
but
the further away we've got from it, the worse it gets.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mysterio is really good. I like Jake Gyllenhaal a lot.
Yes.
It was a mistake to kill him. What are you doing? The final, the post-credit scene where his identity gets revealed, immaculate.
That's great.
Immaculate.
That's
One of the
great.
best.
One of the best. I think Zendaya and Tom Holland have really great chemistry.
I wonder
They're
why.
really cute. They be fucking.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And what else?
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was.
My
It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
mum has pointed something out about Peter and MJ in Far From Home, though. It
Is it
kind
that they
of comes
fucking?
out of nowhere. No, it comes out of nowhere. Because in the first film, he was all over Liz, and then all of a sudden, he's suddenly into MJ.
It's because at the end of the first one, we realised that she's MJ. She's called MJ, so we're like, oh, right, so they are going to get together. And so everyone just decides that in between the films, oh, yeah, we've got to get together. So,
They're adorable. But yeah, no, that's kind of, which I agree with my mother on.
I get that. I can back that.
Not that I don't think they're a good couple, I think they are.
Yeah.
Are they the best MCU couple?
No,
No.
it's
Not
Ned and
non-superpowered.
me.
Non-superpowered couple. So
What
not
do you think of
Wanda and
non-superpowered?
Scarlet Witch. Wanda and
Wanda and
Vision.
Scarlet Witch.
Wanda and Vision.
That would be a good. That would be a good
Who's-
one.
Who's the best couple? Because you got
Oh,
Pepper
fuck, I need to
Potts
think
and
of couples
Tony.
now. No.
You got Captain America and Peggy. You got Thor and
Okay.
Jane.
No.
No.
It's got to be Spidey, hasn't it?
Selvig and Thor.
Wait, what about Ant-Man and the Wasp? Do they count? Because
Ah.
technically they don't have superpowers.
God.
It's a suit.
Oh, you're intolerable.
I've done
The-
my homework.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think we talked about last time, didn't we, Joe?
Yeah.
Siwan,
Yes.
do you want to gush about this? Do you like it a lot?
What, Sebastian Stan?
God.
Yes. Yes, of course I like Sebastian Stan. I love Sebastian Stan. I have since 2016.
Oh my word. Anything else to say about the show?
He is my Captain America. Anthony Mackie now, not Sebastian. It was a great show. If not, better than WandaVision. Better than a lot of the shows. Sadly, because of how Loki ends, The Falcon and Winter Soldier is better than Loki. So Moon Knight's my favourite show, so Falcon and Winter Soldier, I guess, is second. I don't know, it was great. It was a great 6 weeks of television.
It's a great 6 weeks. What a time. The sun was shining. I did Captain America. The world was good.
No, because I remember episode 1. Alex met Hamish for the first time, I think, in person. And episode 5, I was with you, and I couldn't watch it until I got home.
Wait. Yes. Wasn't episode 1 when Prince Philip died?
Was it?
Because I came back to Salford, remember? It was roughly around the same time.
Or maybe it was.
Oh my god, Falcon and Winter Soldier killed Philip.
Yes!
More reason to like the show.
I guess we're going to vote Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to cut me shouting yes at Philip's death. I don't know if you want to cut that.
Kill Phil. Sorry.
You can't change it, Joe, so it's fine.
Oh no.
I'll edit.
Yeah, he's dead now, so.
Can't bring him back.
Necromancy.
Just a final word from anyone on Far From Home before we eliminate it.
It's far from perfect, so I think that's why it's
Yay! Spider-Man Far From
Kobe
Home.
Smolder is great.
She is cool.
She be smouldering,
and I like Nick Fury in this.
Yes, bring some more Kobe Smolder.
Why did you make that noise?
Weird moan. I don't know. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Spider-Man Far From Home has been left on the plane. It's been left home alone. Falcon the Winter Soldier goes through to the next round for another TV on TV fight. Exciting.
Ooh.
Last two for this evening. We have the number 18 seed, Iron Man, versus the number 15 seed, Iron Man 3.
Shit.
Fight.
This one's tricky.
I personally think, right, don't shoot the messenger, but Iron Man 3 is the best Iron Man film.
I think you're right on that one.
No way.
I don't know.
No, because there was a long time where I thought Iron Man 3 is the best, and I rewatched the first Iron Man, and it's a 6, and I think Iron Man 3 is higher than a 6, and Iron Man 2 is a bit stinky. So based on that,
But
I haven't watched it in a while. That's the thing, but I remember it being very good. I remember it being my favourite of the three.
It is. It really benefits from having Shane Black's writing, and what he does best is write buddy cop movie or buddy detective movies, and thankfully we get more Rhodey in this. So we have a buddy cop movie with Tony Stark and Rhodey. Great recipe for chef's kiss. The one thing that winds me up is that Tony Stark gives his full legal address to a terrorist. Not what I would have done. Just to put that out there. Just to let everyone know. That's not what I would have done.
So you wouldn't tell them that your address is 13 Gramhorn Lane of Greenland. I don't know, I'm making up an address.
no.
Good save, Joe. Good save at the end there.
It's definitely not his address.
Just gonna bleep that from the recording. I think the first Iron Man is a classic, stone cold classic.
It's the OG.
It started everything, but I think Iron Man 3 just sort of has more of what you want. and it has Tony at the weakest point he's been since that first one.
You've also got the
And
sort of PTSD from Avengers, which is a good
Yeah.
That was a good part of it.
Yeah, and it's I think it's good to have more time with just Tony and not in the suit. Obviously, we get suit overload in the end, but I think having such a long period of the film without having a suit really helps it.
It's refreshing.
Because Robert Downey Jr. is the reason we all started seeing these films, and he's the reason we all love these films. So why not give him more to do? I also love having a scene in a superhero movie where the superhero saves people.
Oh, the plane scene.
Do you know, the plane scene is so excellent, and if you see
so
behind the
good.
scenes footage, they like really skydived like
Wait, really?
12 people out of a plane. Yeah. It was all practical.
Oh, wow.
No blue screen.
No blue
Well,
screen.
technically,
No,
the sky's a blue screen. Hey.
You're hilarious.
I know, right?
But yeah, really, really great stunt work, and it looks great. You can tell they're doing it for real. It looks really good. Yeah, it's a dope movie.
I mean, yeah. I think me and Xander are going with Iron Man 3. What are you thinking, C1?
Xander might have changed my mind.
Ooh.
You have a point.
I have several. Go on, talk to me. What have I swayed you on?
I don't know how to describe it. It's just how you described it, and then me thinking back on Iron Man. As much as I love it, like talking about how we get more of Tony, and I don't know how to describe it. You just have.
Also, does anyone
really
actually
describing
care that it wasn't the Mandarin? Does anyone actually care about that?
No, absolutely
Do you not care?
The
Not
only
anymore.
thing,
And
the
on
only thing I would
reflection
have a
as well
problem
from
with
now.
is letting Guy Pearce say it.
Do you not like Guy Pearce?
I think Guy Pearce is an absolutely fine villain in this. My problem is when he says at the end, "I am the Mandarin." No point. No need. No need at all for that. Just cut one line out of the movie, and I think the movie improves.
Name's Trevor.
Yeah. Trevor Slattery.
Trevor Slattery.
I think the reveal of that is done quite well. Because he's so, I think Tony receives it so well, and Robert Downey Jr.'s performance is so good in it that it's not just your typical like reveal where it's like they're just sitting chill immediately. He's very on edge because he's like, no, you are. I've seen like he's trying to convince himself that this guy's lying, and I think that's really good.
Can we watch Iron Man 3 after this, Siwan?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm not invited. Fuck me, right?
Oh no! I want you.
Do you want me to leave you two alone?
Yes, all the time.
No, I missed a word. The sentence ended too quickly.
Sure.
I promise.
That's what she said. Any more last things to say about Iron Man before we send it packing?
Tony Stark built this in a cave
With a box
with
of scraps. The most illegal.
That is still a great
line.
line.
I sometimes just find myself saying it.
I like the jazz version where someone's put drums and guitar over him saying that.
He's not being very dude-like, though, you know?
He's the dude.
That's just like your opinion, man. Well, we've done it. Iron Man has been kicked out of the tournament. It started, and its baby brother Iron Man 3 goes through to the round of 16.
Yes.
Dang.
The final matchup of the evening and the final matchup of the round of 32. It's taken us 2 whole episodes to get to this point. It is another David v Goliath, the biggest one of the night. It's the number 34 seed, Captain America, the First Avenger, versus Spider-Man No Way Home.
No way.
It's quite easy again.
This
I know
is
what
tougher
Xander's
than
going
some
with.
might think.
No.
I'm going to predict
it's not.
something here. Xander will say that Spider-Man No Way Home is more of a film for fans, and it hasn't got like a proper story. But Captain America: The First Avenger is really good on reflection after rewatching it for the tournament, and he loves how it's so it sets up a lot of the stuff later on in the MCU. So he's going to go with Captain America: The First Avenger.
Some of what you said is right.
Ha 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 ha!
Most of what you said is right. The first Captain America film is elite.
It is.
It's so elite. Spider-Man No Way Home is also pretty high tier. It does take about 40 minutes to get going. And that 40 minutes, it's fine. But unfortunately, it's the problem with having a high concept movie that you need to sell people on early in the trailers. Because the first 40 minutes of this film is the first trailer we saw.
Mm.
And so if you've seen that trailer, you know exactly what happens in the first 40 minutes. And so you don't really have to worry, because you know that things don't get going until this happens.
I'd say, is that a problem with the film though, or is that a problem with the trailer?
I think that's both.
If you don't watch the trailer though, that problem won't.
I
But
still
everybody
believe it's
watches
both.
trailers, Joe.
Shut up, fuck you.
I have a counter argument.
Please.
Andrew Garfield.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. That is my counter argument.
I think the highs in this are so high, but have you guys tried to watch this on your own?
I did, and I think I turned it off.
What?
Well, I had it on in the back. Well, I say that I've misdirected you here. I turned it off because someone came in my room and we had to go for dinner. So I've misdirected you.
Oh yeah, bullshit. That doesn't count.
I think it is more
Having
of
watched
a fan
it's
centric.
not even just fan centric, it's audience centric. Watching this in a packed theatre opening night, top 5 experiences in a cinema. Top 5. Elite. Everyone's going nuts. Every line is hitting. And then you go home and you watch the movie on your own. And there's these long pauses between lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
And between characters entering the scene. You're like, I don't remember it being this slow when I was in the cinema. It's because they're like
Waiting for the
literally.
applause.
Charlie Cox came out in an interview last week and said, "Yeah, they had me put down my stick and pause before I said my line, so that the audience could clap and calm down and then hear what I had to say."
It was very
they're
odd.
making theme. They're making
it's a very
theme
odd
park
approach
rides.
to. Yeah.
But whatever. I think that is an issue, and it's probably an issue going forward. But also, there are so many highs in it. Andrew Garfield, wonderful. Tom Holland's performance in this is excellent. Zendaya's performance is excellent. Jacob Batalon, slightly sidelined, which I'm not happy about. But
No,
it's
he's
fine.
the CEO of sex, so he should have been in it more.
I think Willem Dafoe he's already a villain. He's a returning villain. It's what everyone thought would be a cameo, and
He's the
becomes
main
one
villain.
of
He's
the
as
MCU's best villain.
He's as terrifying as he was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Incredible. And he's barely aged as well. Amazing. Alfred Molina has a really great performance as well. Jamie Foxx is Jamie Foxx. I don't rate him as an actor, but that's fine. And then you've got the other two who didn't turn up. Which is fine. It's fine.
I think a lot of that was to do with COVID though, because I think they were
Maybe.
they were fearful.
Because they were supposed to have Kirsten Dunst and Emma Stone back too. but because of COVID, it didn't happen.
Jesus.
I think my problem.
So that's a bit depressing.
I think my problems with this film is that, like with Guardians 2, I find that a lot of the jokes just aren't funny. Like the Scooby-Doo this shit. Oh, that is so cringe. Get rid of that line.
Yeah.
Some of the CG is really not good. There are times where you can tell it was filmed during COVID, and also I think it is too much of an audience pleaser. I think some of the strongest bits of the film are the bits centered around the college aspects. I think it was one of the directors or writers said they would have wanted to do the Craven film as Tom Holland's third. I think maybe they rushed into this too quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
still good. I would say that it's still good, but I think maybe I don't know.
But does it compare to First Avenger?
Yeah.
Because as much as I like the First Avenger, I don't think it's a better film than No Way Home.
I think, for one thing, Captain America the First Avenger is shot better. And I think if you have moments of poor CG in the First Avenger, that was made, let me just check, 12 years ago. And some of the CG looks just as good as it does in No Way Home.
This is a tricky one, I think. I'm going to let you two do your bit first.
This is a really tough one. Listen, No Way Home is still really fun to watch. Really, really fun. And it will never not make me giddy. Never not make me giddy. But it has problems. It's painfully slow at times. And the third act does help that, but not enough. Captain America the First Avenger, once it gets hold of you, doesn't let go. It's a wonderful ode to old movies and propaganda in the war times, and it reminds you of a time when the films in the MCU used to be films and not just content. Because this was a film made by a filmmaker who wanted to tell a story of this guy. And everything you love in the MCU started from this. Other than Iron Man, obviously.
I was gonna say.
I think Captain America the First Avenger. Also, we barely mentioned last time, the final scene in this movie is gut-wrenching. And it's one of the best endings to any MCU movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the final line, I had a date.
I am the Captain America First Avenger.
It's so fucking upsetting, man. God damn. Harumph.
Harumph. It's not an episode of the Film Me In podcast if Xana does not say harumph.
It's not, that's right. My vote is going to go for Captain America the First Avenger. And this is a tough matchup. This is very, very tough. So whatever happens, I will be fine with, Joe. But I have voted for Captain America. Also, Hugo Weaving's great fun. I'll stop.
Elrond.
C1? C1? Why did I call you C1? That was so weird. C1, do you want to say something?
No, it's because that's what I call her.
I'm going to go C1.
I can't pronounce her name.
See, now, everything you just said, I 100% agree with. And Captain America the First Avenger is one of the painfully most underrated films in the MCU.
For sure.
However, the feeling of giddiness I get out of Spider-Man doesn't trump that. I'm one of those people there, like, because that's why The Avengers is my favourite film. It's nowhere near the best film in the MCU. It's just the nostalgia, and that's why it's my favourite. So the same with this. It's the giddiness of seeing Andrew, seeing Toby, seeing the three of them. As much as I love seeing Sebastian fall out of a train, I prefer to see Andrew jumping out of a portal. And so that's why, as much as I agree with everything you said, and again, Joe, either way you go, it is fine. But I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Oh, we're both being so nice about this. This would have been so much easier if one of us was a dick. Joe, why don't you voice some opinions, man? Talk us through it.
Okay, so one of these films has Jenna Coleman in, and one of them doesn't.
Let's go!
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I like both. I like both films, and I hate how nice you're being about this. This is tricky because I think the first Avenger is that perfect first installment for Captain America. I think it's a great film. And No Way Home. I know this is bad, but I was watching it in cinemas and I was like kind of expecting more. Is that bad? I was just sitting there like, here we go. Is that bad? I don't know. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry.
Spider-Man No Way Home cock teases Venom to add to the heartbreak of that movie. You could have had Venom in this, but no.
No.
Sorry. I'll stop talking.
You don't need Venom in this. This is so hard. Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't have gone last.
Yeah, you need to start talking earlier, bro.
I know. How much time have I got?
As much time as you want.
10 seconds.
I've not put a timer on.
Oh.
Do you want to phone a friend?
Who do I get to
Do you want to ask the audience?
Oh, Stanley Tucci's in this! Oh, I forgot about this.
Tucci's in this.
Oh, I love his cooking videos.
And Tommy Lee Jones is so funny. He's like he's got that just the right amount of I don't give a shit about this, and also like I'm still an actor, I'll do my job. Like he's got so many great lines. Like he chucks a grenade and Steve jumps out. He's like, he's still skinny. Like, whatever.
Joe, it's you.
It's me. Yeah, but then I've become this really awesome person. Although I am already that.
The Doctor Strange fight in No Way Home is really cool.
Geometry.
Math.
The Red Skull has a really long car, and that is also
I'm
cool.
putting Captain America, the first
It's
Avenger,
Dobby.
through.
Let's go!
Very fair.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I think I prefer the less CGI centric. It's just a war film, and it's great.
Joseph Cook, bring me your cock.
And on that note, thank you
Fuck
for
you,
listening to the
Sue-Ann.
Filming Podcast.
Fuck yourself. Have that. Spider-Man No Way Home gets shoved through a portal because it's dog shit. Captain America, the first Avenger, comes through for your boy. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, I'm going to regret shouting this much in the morning. Oh, there you have it. That is the round of 32. Done in the MCU tournament.
Wow.
We have said goodbye to some heavy hitters tonight. It's been tough. We have said goodbye to the 22 seed, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The 27 seed, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The number 14 seed, Spider-Man Homecoming. The 30 seed, Captain Marvel. The number 10 seed, WandaVision. The number 7 seed, Spider-Man Far From Home. The 18 seed, Iron Man. And finally, the number 2 seed. Let's go. Spider-Man No Way Home. The entire Spider-Man trilogy wiped out in this round. Outrageous.
Wish we did.
And the entire Captain America trilogy through to the round of 16, baby.
Let's go.
I mean, it is the better trilogy.
Yeah, it's the best one.
We have a lot of fun matchups ready for the round of 16. Let's read out the ones for this side. So the first one for this side is Guardians of the Galaxy versus Captain America Civil War.
Ooh.
That is fun.
Then it's the number 19 seed, Captain America the Winter Soldier versus Avengers Infinity War.
Jesus Christ.
They don't get easy. Then it's Moon Knight versus The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then finally, to wrap up the round of 16, it is Iron Man 3 versus Captain America, the First Avenger.
This is a bit of a sticky one.
Sounds fun.
You know how sticky it gets. Amazing. Amazing. Well, guys, that is it for the tournament this week.
Oh,
should we do some sell me movies? Who wants to sell me a movie or a TV show or a game or a music or a book if you're a nerd? I'll go first. If no one else has one.
Go for it.
Okay, so as you can probably hear, I'm not quite well. But what that does mean is that I spent most of my week lying in bed watching movies. And one I want to tell you about, one I want to sell you, is a movie on Shudder. You can also get this from Mystic Arts. It is an Australian documentary called Lake Mungo. Now, you may have heard of it, but you may not have. It is, it's a horror film, but a documentary. It's a mockumentary, but in a horror film. It follows quite earnestly this family that have been terrored by a tragedy. Their daughter has drowned tragically in a river, and it's just about them trying to cope with it. But some spooky things start to happen. The movie is gut-wrenchingly sad. And then it's spine-chillingly scary.
Oh, no.
And then it's back to kick you in the dick and make you cry some more.
Joe, let's watch it.
And then it's ready to whisper down your neck and make you all scared again.
No.
The movie is a roller coaster. It's full of twists and turns. It's shot and made like one of the true crime documentaries you'd see on Netflix. But it's a horror film.
This does not sound like my
Joe, let's
film.
go.
It is
Come on, Joe, let's do
excellent.
I've got it saved,
I've never been less safe looking at one door before.
Joe, let's do it.
No.
Very, very good movie. I would highly recommend it. Really great performances as well from people that are just, telling what seems like a real story. I truly believed that it was real up until right at the end where there's written and directed. Like, what? Hang on. Yeah, really great stuff. It is on Shudder in the UK, but if not, you can probably get it on some sort of Mystic Arts and or on DVD somewhere. There you go, Lake Mungo. Check it out, it's good.
Joe, we gotta do it.
I've got it in my favourites because Xander spoke to me about it before we started, but I've had enough of horror films recently. I say that the next episode we're doing is Evil Dead Rises, but
Let's go.
I just get too scared too easily, and I will need to sleep the light on, and I see stuff in the dark, and I don't like big eyes, so yeah. Do you want to go next, C1?
I don't know what to say, so you can go first.
Okay. We've actually mentioned it in the podcast. Recently,
okay.
Me and Siwan were looking through the old Prime. Was it the Prime? It was Prime. And we found a little film about a big man called The Big Lebowski. And it was so good. It's so funny. I dug the hell out of that film.
Good movie.
It was great. As I
Big
said,
Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski?
Big Lebowski.
Lebowski. Bond named the James.
Got a Bondulant.
No, you can watch it on Prime. I think it's still on there. Or DVD. You can get it on DVD or Blu-ray. But yeah, it's really funny. Is it? What's the name of the guy who's the dude? Who plays the dude?
Jeff
Goldblum.
Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. Sorry. Jeff Bridges is great. You genuinely think the dude is this
That's like just
etherical being.
Your opinion, man.
Man. Julia Moore's in it, so that's really cool. Which is also really cool because we mentioned her in the last episode through the Kingsman trilogy, through her really weird performance in Golden Circle.
Yeah.
And then John Goodman's in it. He doesn't stop talking about the Vietnam War. It's just really fun, and you should definitely go watch it. Yeah, check it out now, you funk so brother.
Watch it. Excellent stuff. Siwan, go on, sell us something.
I guess one of my favourite TV shows, which is currently coming out, and it's going to end soon, so I want everybody to watch it before it ends. And it's quite popular, so I'm sure everybody's seen it. But Ted Lasso. Everybody needs a bit of Ted in their life. Joseph, I'm looking at you.
I know.
Siwan,
I'm
you're
gonna
back
watch
in
it
my
with
good
you.
books.
I'm gonna watch it with you. I know.
Everybody needs a bit of Ted, because not only is it the cutest fucking shit ever, but it is also the most gut-wrenching shit ever.
It is. It is.
But
How
it's
could it be
all
sad?
in a lovely little package.
A package of shortbread. That's all I know. That's all I know about Ted Lasso. How is it sad though?
I made the shortbread, and it was fucking good.
And if you'd like to purchase
I
some
will
of that
say-
shortbread, then go to C1's baking website.
Oh yeah, because I have a baking.
She doesn't have one.
When I started watching this, I was just checking it out because, I like Jason Sudeikis, and I like football. And I loved it. I told my friends about it. And I said, it's a show about football. And they were like, oh, right, okay, we'll watch it. And my friend made, the most poignant comment. He said, you come for the football, but you stay for the relationships.
Aww.
And that is the best description of Ted Lasso I can give.
It is
Because
just the most wholesome show.
it is. It's just a show about good relationships and healthy relationships and telling people how you feel and making other people feel better. It's just a nice thing when most of what is on TV is either a true crime drama or a dark horror or a Game of Thrones incest thing. It's nice to just have something that's just nice. There's
Like
not
last week's episode, an hour, and I was sat there for just smiling for an hour.
yeah. There's not much.
It
There's not much conflict. It's almost entirely conflict free. Sometimes you think something is going to have. You're expected to have something come out and it'd be like, oh, this big dramatic moment, but it's just characters just talk about things and things get resolved. And it's just, I think that's a really healthy way to show people how to deal with things. It's a very healthy show in that sense.
Yeah. Could not have put it better than myself.
I need to watch this show.
Yeah, you fucking do.
It's a good recommendation. You should absolutely watch it. That'll do then. We did it. What a time.
We did it.
Thank you so much to everyone for listening this long. I'm sorry that my voice is fucked, but I hope it will be better for next time when we record for Evil Dead Rise. I'm very excited. Joe, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Cook11Joseph, which is where I tweet, which is surprising for Twitter, obviously. I'll be on Instagram at Cook. No, I'm not. That's a mistake. I'm on Instagram, Joe Cook _digital artist, where you'll find some of my digital artwork. And then you can find me on YouTube at Rebel Hoovian.
Amazing. Thank you very much for being my rock, as always, Joe. You're wonderful. And
you're the host with
I
the
don't
most.
deserve you. You're a beautiful soul, Joe. You're a beautiful soul.
I'm a soul brother.
Check it out now. Siwan, thank you so much for coming. It's genuinely been a pleasure. You are welcome on
It was a pleasure.
anytime you want
Great.
to talk about more MCU stuff or whatever the hell you want to. We'll have you back on anytime you want. Where can the people find you if you are wanting them to find you somewhere?
I mean, you can find me anywhere with just going by C101, but I don't particularly say much, so there's no point.
Fair enough. Whenever we ask Alex that, they just say, no. Can't find me anywhere. I am nowhere. I am the Knight. I am Batman. You can, again, Siwan, thank you. It's really meant a lot that you've been here. And I think you did really well.
You did brilliantly.
Podcast Cherry popped. Sorry, that was really gross. Because I did that as well. Unnecessary.
That's
sorry,
dirty man.
Dirty pig.
Dirty pig.
You can find the podcast on social media, on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and just in the links in the description. I mentioned earlier I've got a Twitter account that I guess I'm starting to use now. I don't know. I don't really understand it. It's at XanderLWMeIn. I like some fun memes, I guess. So check everything out. Until next time, guys, stay safe, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ciao.